Yes, good morning, it's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Monday, 30th of July 2018. This is just my daily video I do on the what I've done this morning on the daily charts on the Mod MACD and the high probability method. And as you can see, I'm babysitting my friend's dog for a few days while they do a visa run overseas. So, well, let's have a look at the charts. Very quiet start of the day. I slept in by about 2 hours, so let's have a look. We'll go to the high probability charts first, and the only one bit of action today, as you can see, is the pound Swiss franc in a sell back here, and I've already closed half, and this morning I just moved my stop to this high here, which is 1.31066. So basically, if you look on the 4 hour, you can see the stop is above this recent fractal, the high up. So all I've done is move my stop down on that sell trade to protect some profit. Let's have a look at the Mod MACD. There's not much happening here at all. Very quiet start of the week, and later on I'll do the weekly video where I'll go through all the pairs and you'll see what's happening exactly. And as Murphy's Law would have it, here we go. Only the one bit of action this morning on the pound CAD. I'm in a sell from back here. You can see it's gone sideways for a while. It's dropped down here. I drew this red sort of dash line. It was the previous low. Price got down to that on Friday. All I've done this morning is closed half and put my stop at 1.74691. So all I'm doing is taking a bit of profit off the table there, and you'll find that's probably about 200 and something pips. Yeah, about 270 pips. So just locking in a bit of profit. That's a pound CAD. And that's about it, guys. Super quiet start to the week. And yeah, I'll get onto that weekly video later today sometime. I'm a little bit out of whack because I slept in and I'm babysitting this town, so all good. If you like these videos, make sure you subscribe. And if you hit the like button, be all great. I'll chat later. Thank you. Cheers. Good evening, guys. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Monday, the 30th of July 2018. This video is the weekly analysis where I go over all my pairs and all the both systems on the high probability and the Mod MACD. So it's going to be a longer video, probably about 30 minutes or so. So we'll get stuck into it. First up, we'll have a quick look at the news. Last week was a quiet week. This week is super busy, really busy. Let's have a quick look. Nothing today, which is Monday. As you can see, this is a Forex factory. Starting tomorrow, out of Japan, interest rate news out of Japan. Not expecting a change, still the same. That's what they're expecting. So Japanese yen pairs could be affected by that. Move on to New Zealand. We've got unemployment rate, employment or unemployment, whichever way you look at it, on Wednesday, and probably the big one for the week, federal funds rate, which is out of the US interest rates. It's at 2%. They're expecting it to stay as is, but that could move. Trade balance in Oz later on Thursday. Then Great Britain, the UK, interest rates out of the UK, expecting a rise. So that's out of the UK. So there's a lot happening. And to top it all off, being the first Friday of the month, non-farm payrolls or employment figures out of the US and trade balance out of Canada. Big week of news. So there may be some volatility, and as these red things, little things mean, high impact expected. So just be warned, guys, it could be a little bit volatile and you could get a few bounces on pairs that are affected by these interest rates, especially if the numbers come out and don't match. Alright, let's have a look at the charts. We'll start off with the high probability. It's all been very quiet, and as usual my profiles are set up so I can see at a glance how many trades I've got open. Any of these extended bars or titles on the pair is the trades I've got open. The ones that are smaller are no trades open. Let's start off with the usual suspect, USD Japanese yen. Nothing happening here. If anything, probably now waiting on buy, a bounce off the MAs and up. no trade on at the moment. And you can see I draw trend lines to give me an idea, so I can keep on top of things. Euro pound in a sell here based on this double top and the bearish divergence there. It's not really going in my favour, as you can see at the moment. MACD is still above the 0 level, so it's probably a few points against me. Just have to wait and see how we go. But you can always pause the video and have a look at my notes on the screen, etc. Pound yen in a sell on this, already closed half, stops just above the point of entry. If I get a red dot on the MACD platinum below the 0 level, then I'll bring my stop down. But at the moment, can't lose on this trade. In a sell, already closed half, and stops in a not a bad spot. New Zealand Swiss franc. Just wondering if this level here holds. You can see it's the blue line, it's a fairly significant level. It did go through it, but it came back to it, and you can see how it's bounced off that same level a few times since breaking through it. You know, look down there, so it's holding, but at the moment there's nothing happening. Just have to wait. USD Canadian dollar, possibly looking for a buy here. Nothing happening at the moment. Maybe bullish divergence, but I still have to wait for confirmation. Like I said, I draw these trend lines in just to give me a bit of a heads up, so I know what I'm looking for. Nothing at the moment. No. Euro CAD in a sell back here. It's gone sideways for a few days. Went down. Not much happening. I'm just reading my notes. I have closed half already because I got this bullish JAGfx RD divergence, and price was below the 0 level, so I've closed half. The stop's just above the entry level. I can't lose anything there, but it's not going anywhere. Nothing to get too excited about. Aussie USD, this support level's holding, I guess. Next trade, don't know which way it's going to go. If it was to the short side, I'll be concerned about this low level here. To the upside, I'll be trading against the MAs, and with the MACD where it is at the moment, wouldn't be a valid signal anyway. So just patiently waiting to see what happens on the Aussie USD. Euro Swiss in a sell. Pretty sure already closed half. Stops inside the point of entry. Can't lose anything. Another, like the market's been all doing, like last week's charts, all going sideways. New Zealand Japanese yen in a sell here. Just in positive territory. Stop still up here. I might do something before the yen rates tomorrow. I might have a look at that, just keep an eye on that. USD Swiss franc, nothing happening here. Still got this top, triple top, I guess you can call it, or a major point, a major level of resistance, but at the moment in no trades. Probably looking to buy next, back up to that level if it presents. At the moment, nothing to get too excited about. Pound USD, another very familiar sort of pattern with the MACD just above the 0 level but going sideways. No trades at the moment. Not even sure what I'm looking for here. A bit like the Aussie, not looking for anything. Euro USD in a sell, again support level. Took the sell back here, went up against me, came down, now going back up again. Look at the MACD, still above the 0 level. Got a stop in place, but it's nothing to get excited about. Euro Aussie in a sell back here, same deal. We're now through the 0 level on the other side, which is good, but you know, we've got a blue dot in the MACD there, so possibly going into buy mode soon. So the stop's in place, just not going anywhere. I've still got bullish divergence on the JAGfx RD, so that is keeping me in the sell trade. Euro yen in a sell, already closed half, stops down this level here. You can see it below that, that's the dotted line below the entry level. So MACD's now through the 0 level, so it'll probably go up and take out that stop, and I won't lose anything, but it's not exactly a great winning trade either. Pound Swiss in a sell all the way back here, it's gone down. This is a level, I think that's yeah, it's just a support level or resistance level now. You can see it's probably extended a bit. I've taken half off here already, and I've now moved my stop down this morning, 30th. Moved it down to this level here. The reason why I got a blue dot on the MACD Platinum a couple of days ago, and I just want to protect that profit from there to there. So we've got bullish JAGfx RD, I've already closed half, etc. So in a good position there. CAD yen in a sell here, again going against me. MACD still above the 0 level. Yeah, look, a lot of these trades, nothing to get too excited about. AusCAD, not in any trade at the moment. Possible bullish divergence setting up. Very sideways, tight MAs. It's not very exciting, I know, guys. It's that time of the year, especially on the daily charts. There's not much really happening. Oz Swiss franc in no trades at the moment. Not sure what's happening. Got bullish JAGfx RD, so getting mixed signals with the MACD above the 0 level. Nothing going at the moment, just going to wait. Oz yen, Aussie Japanese yen in a sell here. It's gone down a bit. I might, and we're close to the MACD is close to the 0 level. I may look at protecting this by bringing my stop down just above here, or closing half hour, something like that, just to lock in a few pips and protect myself with the yen news. Swiss franc, Japanese yen, not in any trades at the moment. I did speak about it as a possible sell I probably should have taken last week, but it's not gone very far at all. Drawing these trend lines just to give me an idea what's going on. There was bearish divergence, but now the MACD's through the 0 level, so now I'm probably looking to buy, if anything. Euro New Zealand still in this buy from down here. It's gone up nicely. I've already I closed half. You can read all my notes. I brought my stop up. This thing's going sideways. Look at the MACD heading down. The chances are that the MACD might turn up and this thing might go back up again. There is a fairly good level up the top here, so just something you have to watch with regards to stop placement or taking profit. But at the moment, in a good trade and locking in profit, so that's what we like to see. CAD Swiss, nothing doing here. MACD's above the 0 level. We've got bearish JAGfx RD, so looking probably to sell. MAs are very tight. New Zealand USD in a buy back here, and look at that, just gone sideways. We're above the. We've still got JAGfx, bullish JAGfx RD. And even though we're above the MACD platinum, looking to go down, I'm still pretty comfortable staying in this buy trade. Stops down here, you can see the stop below the low. Just wait and see. Pound Aussie, another sideways sort of market. MA is getting really tight. Look at that, day straight, flat, and a little bit of a dip down and flat again. USD Singapore dollar in a sell back here, and I'm still in it. It's gone up close to my stop to get a previous level. Now we've probably got a double top there. We've got a new sort of sell QMP dot up here, even though the MACD's in the wrong spot, so I'm pretty comfortable staying in this just for now. Pound CAD, nothing doing, possibly setting up for a buy, but at the moment need more confirmation. This may be a good support level along the lows here and up to the upside, but again, MAs are tight. A few more. Pound New Zealand, oops, sorry about that, must have been doing some back testing. In nothing at the moment, possibly looking to go to the buy side. The MACD's below the 0 level. I've drawn a couple of aqua trend lines in here. There's a good resistance level up the top there, highs, and probably support level, so you could say it's a bit of a channel there at the moment. Look at that, sideways action, not easy to trade. New Zealand Canadian dollar, this one I was in a buy back here, my stop you can see, look, I'm still got bullish JAGfx RD, came close to my stop. I've got a red dot on the MACD platinum, but it's just on the 0 level. So I'm going to hold this and try and get it back up there again. That's what's keeping me in the JAGfx RD, the bullish, even though things are looking a little bit ugly here, but we're still in when, it's not a big mover anyway, this pair, so happy to just plod along. Oz New Zealand, it's actually going in my favour again. This one's sell here, went against me. You can see it got to this, again, this level up here. My stop's above there, above the highs, and it's come back down nicely. MAs are flat, it's going sideways. MACD's now below the 0 level, but I'd probably try and ride this down. Still got bearish JAGfx RD. So that's it for the high probability. Probably a little bit boring because there's really not that much doing. So let's go and have a look at the mod MACD, which is probably even more boring. While that's going over, I'll just have a mouthful of my soda water. Yeah, so big news week, guys. Very careful, especially around the probably the pound, because they're expecting a rate rise. The US, always a bit of a mover, but no change is expected. So, but just be careful anyway. All right, this is the mod MACD charts, different coloured background. USD Japanese yen in a sell, going nowhere. As you can see, everything's in sell mode. Higher risk trade heading towards the 240 LMA. Pound yen, sell, at least it's in profit, I guess, but not enough to get excited yet. USD CAD in a sell, going nowhere. 3 days now, it's just sitting on the entry level. Euro CAD in a sell, sound like a broken record again, in slight profit, but nothing to get excited about. Aussie USD, a lot of sideways action. I've talked about it previously, and now we're doing it all again. Not sure if I'm looking for a sell or a buy here. I'll just see whatever presents, and what with the standard MACD's in buy mode. This is in sell mode. This is in buy and sell mode, depends which way if you look at the price on the other side, the MAs or the green dot. So it's a sideways market. Euro Swiss in a sell, slightly against me at the moment, nothing to get too concerned about as yet. New Zealand Japanese yen in a sell, slightly against me also, but still in sell mode. USD Swiss franc in a sell, slightly, let's look at sideways. Pound USD in a sell, just get monotonous. We're just at the entry level. Euro USD in nothing here at the moment. I did make a note there, waiting on a sell. That could be a buy. Look how flat the standard MACD is. Look at these crosses here, and that's sideways. So I might take a signal there if I get one. Right, Euro Aussie, another one with a little cluster of dots, which means we're getting sideways and waiting on a clear signal. You can see my notes there. Euro yen in a sell, went in my favour a little bit, but now heading back up towards the entry level. I might protect this one. Pound Swiss sell, not exact in my favour, but not setting the world on fire. CAD yen, something different, a buy. Buy, already closed half, stops up here. Price is just banging its head against the 240 LMA at the moment. We're still in buy mode. Standard MACD is very flat and ugly, but whilst this remains above the zero level, we stay in the buy. I have slightly increased my position sizes on new trades to 0.03, just to give me a bit more trade management options. As I find with my second part on a lot of these trades, I'm leaving too much profit on the table. Alright, AusCAD in a sell from back here, already closed half, stop, move down just above the 240 LMA, so can't lose on this trade, but it's not a great deal, just got to give it be a bit patient, that's all. Swiss franc, you can see waiting on a clear signal. It's not doing much at all, so I'm just waiting on that. Possibly see how we go tomorrow, might be getting closer to a sell. Japanese yen in a sell here, and a couple of pips against us, but nothing too bad. Swiss Japanese yen in a sell, price has poked its head above the entry level today. Still in sell mode, but not doing much at all. Euro New Zealand, sell from late last week, and we're at the entry level still. CAD Swiss in a buy. Again, we're at the entry level. Unbelievable. New Zealand USD in a buy here, and we're just below the entry level. It's starting to head back up towards there again, which is good. Standard MACD's in buy mode. Looked like the fast MACD came towards the 0 level, didn't cross, so we're still in buy mode. Pound Aussie in a sell here, and we're just below the entry level, and that's after over a week. Pound CAD, yay, here's one that's actually going. Took a sell back here, already closed half. Stop. I closed half today actually, yes, today, because prices at a previous low, that red dashed line, I just put that on the chart so I could see as a previous low, and I closed half this morning and brought my stop down to just above the 240 LMA, or set a stop there, so protecting, can't lose anything on that trade. Pound New Zealand, look at those candles, they're ugly. In a sell here, price is right on the 240 LMA. Look, there's always going to be a high risk trade anyway, but we're just above the entry level at the moment, so it's not looking too bad, but not setting the world on fire. New Zealand Canadian dollar in a sell back here, already closed half. This is one that's just meandering. Closed half, stops within the just near 240 LMA, and well and truly inside the entry, so we're locking in, can't lose. And finally the Oz New Zealand in a sell here. Higher risk trade, as you can read in my notes, but at least we're in a little few pips in profit there. So it's all very boring on those pairs also, especially the mod MACD. Like I said, guys, be aware of that news. It is a big news week compared to last week, and it's going to be fairly full on all week. So hopefully that video gives you an idea where we're at and what we're doing, and if you like these videos, please subscribe and hit the like button, etc. And once again, welcome to any new members, any people who've joined on the Facebook group, which everyone's welcome to join, or the Telegram discussion group, or subscribe to YouTube. Welcome and thank you, and those that have been around for a while, thanks for hanging around, and I will chat later. Cheers.